So the question for today is, should you be using Cosmos DB? I have a lot of customers who say, we've got SQL Server, we've got Azure SQL DB, we have Azure Data Warehouse. Should we be using Cosmos DB? And why would we use it? And I said, well, let's talk about that. I mean, people are storing more data than ever. The data is more interconnected than ever. And sometimes we don't know the relationships ahead of time. And where Cosmos DB really excels is on some of these new types of workloads that have increased complexity, semantics, and size, things like social and other semantic type of workloads. When you need extreme query workloads that just won't scale through an RDBMS potentially, and you need to be able to do that while the schema is evolving and being able to make adjustments to the schema as you go along. And so you get that scalability, you get a lower cost, you get the schema flexibility, sparse and semi-structured data. There are some query capability limits. Portability, can be an issue depending upon how you're using it. So if you're trying to move it from Cosmos to a relational role, which I don't know why you would. And the technology is still evolving, but Cosmos DB really solves for most of these kind of negativities. And so when you think about a SQL relational world, you think ACID, right? Something that's very highly structured, more measurable amounts of data, right, down in the terabytes, right? That may seem like a lot of data, but, other systems are running at exabyte scale of data. We can fetch ordered data. It's compatible with a lot of tools. But when we look at a NoSQL world, it fits very well for volatile data, for very high read and write throughput. It can perform faster than SQL on the right workloads. And it scales very well, and it allows for rapid development when you don't have to design the entire database schema to match all the questions you're going to need to ask, and you don't have to have all that identified out of the gate. Developers can very rapidly iterate in their application and change what they need on the back end in real time as they're developing the application. And so that creates a lot of flexibility for not only the development teams, but for the folks designing and architecting the solution. And so should you be using Cosmos DB? Do you have a data set that could really benefit from a flexible schema setup? Do you have the need to query it and be able to interconnect more and more data than ever before? If you're running into those types of typical NoSQL variables or workloads, then you should absolutely give Cosmos DB a try. If you're already running something like Mongo or Maria, you should absolutely give Cosmos DB a try because it has the ability to look like all those other open source database platforms back to your application and really cut down on the amount of code and the amount of work that you have to do to bring that solution online. And it's incredibly powerful, incredibly fast, and the team that's working on it is incredibly committed to innovation, so it's only getting better. So from us here at Azure Every Day, go out to Cosmos DB on Microsoft's website, go through some of the hands-on labs, check it out, get a feel for it. You'll know pretty quick whether it's got a good workload for you. We just wanted to give you a little bit of background to kind of point you in the right direction. So thanks for stopping by Azure Every Day.